So here it is, the Stephen Slate Audio Immersion One, and if you're anything like me, you've been waiting for these for a couple of months now. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So I ordered these pretty much on the first day they were available for pre-order, and ever since then it's been a long old tedious wait to get them, but today finally got the notification to say they are arriving. So as ever, happy mixing, as ever, nice packaging. Let's see what's inside. Okay, here we are. So just like the closed back versions, they're coming in a carry case, which is cool because I do plan on taking these abroad for mixing from time to time whenever I've got to be overseas. This is nice little bag. This will be the cord. Okay, these are really great. This looks like a massive upgrade from the cable that came with the first pair. I ended up replacing the ones on the closed back, mainly for extra length, and also I got really irritated that the cord would rub up on things and it would seem to echo around my headphones whenever I was using them. So that's nice. That's really nice. That feels really premium. Okay, the headphones themselves. These are weighty. I was not expecting them to be weighty. The closed back ones feel quite light, which is nice. You can use them for hours and hours. But you can tell this is a whole different ball game. And the cups themselves, I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. The design on there, I'm not sure how well it comes up in the camera, but it's a really beautiful kind of wood grain sort of look. And then, yep, they've got the grills on the back. These feel nice and comfortable. Only time will tell. There's a lot of issues with the first pair of closed backs where there'd be snappage going on in the band, but yeah, we'll see. We'll have a look. Okay, let's set them up. Let's see what they sound like. So I've been using a closed back VSX system for a while now, and I feel like I know the rooms pretty well. So the first thing I'm going to do is use it in system-wide mode and just check out a few tracks that I know quite well in these rooms and see if I get any immediate difference. For obvious reasons, you're not going to hear any of the music. There'd be very little point. Okay, so having tested them for a little while now, listening to a few records that I know quite well and love in various different rooms, I think the first thing that really strikes me is just how incredibly detailed they are. They remind me of the first time I bought proper monitors for my home and I set them up properly, and I was listening through and suddenly in a choir song I could hear individual voices in the choir. I could hear breathing. I could hear acoustic guitars where you could hear people moving around in their seat and scratching around. And I listen to the chain right now in with these just set up in the Zoomer room, and I could hear the guitarist sitting down and moving around on his seat and picking up the guitar and things, like just incredible sort of detail. The bass end is really beautiful. I do find in the closed back, you get a really good sense of bass and you can tell whether you're hitting all the right frequencies. It doesn't really sound like sub to me. It just feels, you can hear it then, it sounds great and it sounds fine, but it doesn't have that same sub feel where you can almost feel it in your chest. With these, you feel the sub, or at least you perceive to feel the sub, which is really great for very detailed bottom end mixing. Obviously, I haven't had a go mixing on these yet, so that's the next thing to try out. I'm going to go and mix that and then, give you my thoughts. But initially, super detailed. That's hyper detailed, too detailed. It's great, in a great way. So I've had some time to work with these today, going over some mixes, playing around with a couple of masters and listening over to tracks that I love. There are things I could hear on mixes that I'd previously sent out and I thought, I'm just going to change little bits. Stuff that's not necessarily that obvious on different speaker systems or headphones, but where I'm finding the real detail of these is the crispness of the top end, and the sub and the bass feels a lot different to the original closed back versions. The closed backs were really, really good for making sure that all those frequencies are there, but I never felt like the detail was as good as it could be. Whereas these, you get that kind of detail that you feel in your chest. And that's not to say that I can like physically feel that sub, but the way it interacts with your ear, the way it interacts with even maybe your skull, I don't know. But it does give you more of the impression of sub on there. And there's a clarity between things. Like I do find with these, they can be a little bit smeary. Not like, we're nitpicking, but they can be a little bit smeary, and sometimes there's a detail that's kind of lost maybe in the mids, whereas There is no chance of that happening with these. These are super clear. I'd say also the biggest difference between these two is these sound great without any emulations. I do find with these, if you have them on a linear mode, they're not enjoyable to listen to in any way. Not that they're really designed to be enjoyable, but I'd say working with these definitely needs some form of emulation. But I actually found myself doing a little bit of work on one of the masters without any emulations on these, just on HD linear mode. And I think that actually might be my favorite setting for these. The music sounded great. There was a lot of detail in there, and I can find myself using these in linear mode more often. I've definitely got to carry on working with these, definitely got to figure out more of how these work and do a few more mixes in these to feel totally comfortable. But as a first impression, these are really high quality. The detail is incredible. I think they've done an amazing job over at Slate Audio. Definitely worth the upgrade just for the pure clarity alone. I think given time, once I'm used to them, I would trust a mix off of this 100%, whereas these, I'm still checking on speakers. I'm still checking with other headphones and different sort of systems. Whereas I think I would be a lot more happy just to send a mix straight off this. Some cons, these are really heavy compared to these, and I definitely felt like I was wearing headphones the whole time. With these, I can kind of forget that I've got something strapped to my head. But with the Immersion Ones, I definitely felt like I was carrying something. I wouldn't say I hear that 3D thing going on. Some people sort of claim, oh, I can hear the speaker over there and the speaker over there. And I don't know if I've ever heard that off this, and I can't say I can claim to hear that off these. It doesn't feel like I'm in a room. It feels like I'm wearing some exceptionally detailed headphones, and that's absolutely fine. I don't need to trick myself into thinking I'm in a room. I've got a room. So is it worth the upgrade? I think it probably is. I could have gone the rest of my life having never upgraded and only used these and still be really, really happy with my mixes. I think this is going to give me the extra 10%. Hearing detail on previous mixes that I did, when I'm doing half to 1 dB of EQ change or something on a master, it makes a significant amount of difference on here, whereas I wouldn't necessarily hear that detail on the closebacks. I think if you're on the fence about upgrading, I'd 100% do it. I'm glad I've done it. That being said, if you're still using the closebacks, you're still going to be able to create great mixes. Thank you for watching what is my first proper YouTube video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, click the bell, all of that gubbins. There'll be more, and hopefully they will be better.